What's going on, y'all, man? It's your boy Dre ONYX. Now, it's a lot of people that's excited and fearful for NBA 2K26 with 7-4 builds being within the game and stuff like that. So we're making a video right now simulating everything that's going to be in NBA 2K26, from the game speed to everything else. And I'm going to show you guys obviously what to do live in this video. And then also I'm going to cut it up into shorts, so obviously once again y'all can see more than likely what the experience is going to be, so everybody can have their fears or whatever they're thinking fully debunked, essentially. And we're gonna get straight into it. I'm already in the builder, 7'3" build. Now imagine you can go up 1 more inch. Look at the base of what you can get on a 7'3" build. That's a 49 speed. All right, you can go with the 8-foot wingspan, etc. and so forth. No point of going with the 8-foot wing. So you can go default wingspan. All right, cool. You could also go lowest weight, right? So you going lowest weight is going to give you max of a 60 speed. Now imagine being on a 7'4" build, lowest weight, max wing or default wing, or max wingspan or default, whatever the case may be, and the highest thing you can get is a 60 speed. That's the first thing. And then majority of builds, majority of you guys don't really understand is that if you're not a part of the minority of people, you're not going to be able to use a 7'4" build anyway. So there's going to be people that are going to make a 7'4" build within the game, and they're going to, they're going to make that push for that narrative of having 99 rebounding or maxed out your speed as much as you can get, your agility, your little bit of strength that you can get, your little bit of vertical that you can get at that height. You can max out your block, maybe probably put your steal up. That's going to be an advantage, of course, having some steal, being able to play the lanes at least a little bit, your interior defense. There's some people that's going to know how to move. There's going to be people that know how to move with 40 speed with ball in these ratings. So you can't get mad at those people, but knowing how to shoot, like you're worried about the wrong things is essentially what I'm saying, because there's going to be such a small niche group of people that actually are going to know what they're doing. It really won't matter. But majority of those taller builds, once again, I want you guys to hear me, majority of those taller builds are more than likely going to be these type of players, post scorers, man. Just scoring in the post, scoring in the lane, getting their shots, getting their feel for the ball. That's all these people are going to be. All right, and if you guys want to simulate what it's going to be like on NBA 2K26, it's the same game. So you're telling me this is probably the best bang for your buck when you go tall. No perimeter defense, a little bit of steal, a little bit of block, go for 99 rebounding, and then obviously you're going to get comparisons to Victor Wembanyama and Zach Edey, whoever. But if you're a versatile big man, but the thing is you're slow. That's the biggest thing. You're slow. You can't do nothing unless you truly have skill. So simulating this now for you guys to understand how crazy it's going to be in the game, and you guys are worried some, right? NBA player, let's make a build real quick. NBA player, right? Random player, doesn't even matter. Let's go all the way up to 7'4", right? By the way, the max height you can go to in NBA 2K is 7'7". Bol, obviously, height, but, or not Bol, Manute Bol height, but let's go 7'4". If they allowed you to go even lower on the weight, so sacrifice more strength, more abilities, if they allowed you to be a tall but skinny, frail individual, like, I don't know, 200 pounds, so 7'4", 200 pounds, somewhat max wingspan, long arms, right? Shoulders and neck, none of that matters. However, if we want to look like a, somebody that's out there and really do stuff, let's put our neck. All right. Abilities. You're gonna, even if you have a low layup, that's the thing. Even if you have a low layup, you're gonna have a high layup. Even if you have a low post fade, you're gonna have a high post fade, because the whole point of making builds like this, or heights like this, or players like this, is you to be a big ass post scorer. That's it. You're going to be a post scorer. You're going to be down low. You're going to be blocking shots. You're going to be getting rebounds. You're going to be that guy for your team, which is cool. But the shooting, more than likely, with all due respect, you're probably not going to get no more than an 80 mid-range, and then no more than a 75 three-pointer, and that's if you know what you're doing. Same thing with the ball handle or free throw. You can't get a 99 free throw on all your builds. So that's probably going to go down one more. So the max you'll be able to get is an 88. For some odd reason on 2K, the taller you go in height, the lower your free throw goes. Your handle, more than likely, what is going to be a 40 unless you make a Victor Wembanyama template build and get all his animations, but it's going to be a 40. Ball handle. Ball IQ really doesn't matter. Pass accuracy doesn't really matter, but rebounding, obviously, if you're going to be a rebounder, this is what majority of people's builds is going to be. Put your rebounder up to 99, put your standing dunk up to 99, because you need to be able to knock these things out or be able to do these things to some degree when the game first drops, because you already know what the game is going to do to you. You already know driving dunk is going to be low, because apparently you can't get driving dunks, apparently, right? So this is how the builder is built, right? This is how the builder is. And by the way, you guys don't know, your hands rating in 2K is built off of whichever is higher on your ball handle or post control, right? D-board, that's also going to be a 99, because once again, you're going to be in the paint, right? Interior defense, that matters to some degree. Perimeter defense, that's low. High block, obviously, you're going to need something. If you need to be able to block, and then your steal is going to be low as well. So speed. This is you officially simulating what it's going to be like. You're at most, if 2K even graces you with this, you're going to be at a 65 speed. Your speed with ball will probably be no more than a 40 or 50. If you can get that, hopefully you can get a 60 and be versatile with that. Vertical doesn't matter. Strength doesn't matter. Stamina does matter. Everybody gets 99 stamina. Everybody gets 99 hustle. Your agility, that can be no more probably than a 60, right? This is like the best worst case scenario on your physicals. And then none of this other stuff really matters. But once again, we're simulating what you guys would be going through in an NBA game, in a style, whatever it is. We're simulating exactly what you guys would be going through in a build. This is probably the most you'll be able to get quote unquote hot. So now we're really simulating hot zones. You can't get lethal zones in here, you used to, but they changed that. So these are, once again, the hot spots. And this is if you're really talented. Probably inside the paint or under the rim. It's probably either going to be neutral or cold. Just being honest with you. When it comes down to go-to shots, what you're going to more than likely only get Joel Embiid pull-ups. Those are going to be garbage as well. I mean, there's nobody who has like the best pull-up except KD. You won't be getting, if you could even get Kyrie Irving level dribble moves, like this is what will make a tall build fun on 2K, is being able to get these type of spin jumpers and be like, oh my God, a tall build could do that, but you need to have the skill, because you at a time in 2K could get a move in the game at a time. You could. And it would just be slower. So imagine there being a time on 2K where you could get every single move in the game, every single dribble move, every single dribble style. And the thing is, based upon your rating you had, so if you had an 80, it would be slower than somebody with a 96, but you would be able to get the ratings. You'll be able to get the jump shots. And I'm glad that 2K once again took it out the game, or, where, you could be 7 foot and get, Stephen Curry release. I'm so glad they took that out the game. But in terms of layup packages, even still, like, yeah, I get this is a guard, but on a tall build, you added so much. Who the fuck wants just a Jokic slow ass layup? Or like, these layup packages suck on tall builds. Like, they're so bad. They're not good. You barely can even dunk on these tall builds. So it's definitely like, it's just certain things how I really feel in my mind, in my heart, in my soul, genuinely feel that maybe you do deserve, to get some guard animation. Like Kyrie Irving spin jumper wouldn't be too crazy on a tall ass build, especially knowing that you have to time it. Something like that. Kevin Durant or LeBron layup package, if I sacrifice for that. If I make a tall build in the game and I need an 88 layup, let me go for that 88 layup. If it takes me sacrificing some moves or sacrificing some other stuff, okay, let me be able to go for it to be able to equip more animations. Like being able to get different dribble styles, or at least 6'9", 6'10" dribble styles. Like, just being able to get it, just being able to get some decent moves, just some. Give me some instead of basic. Like if I even had the access to be able to be on a tall build and dribble a little bit, like I have 40 ratings, but you're giving me the ability to use these other animations and really, I mean, really use these other animations. I would be so thankful. I would be so thankful. Like, look, the game automatically went from me having Lonzo on to, you know, the basic 1s and 2s, which makes sense. Imagine being 7'4" and being able to do Giannis crossover. I mean, not Giannis crossover. Fucking, what's his name? Lonzo Ball cross. So now I got to keep these animations on because I really don't want to change them, or don't need to change them, I should say. And just move about how I move about. Just, that's all I can do. That's all I can do. But once again, just wanting to be on a tall build in a game and be able to move, be able to do all the dribble moves, but yet it comes with a sacrifice. A tall build dribbling like that, what? He's gonna get plucked. He's going to get plucked. You're like, you have to know what you're doing. That's gonna add more fun to the game. I don't think everybody's gonna go for a tall build. I don't, especially knowing that shit is gonna be trash like this. Hold on, we're not done. Now I've added badges onto him, so that's what ultimately made his overall go over up. And as you guys see, I've made it as realistic as possible to what we were dealing with earlier on. So obviously 99 interior. This is more than likely, once again, what you guys are going to be dealing with when it comes down to legend badges, when it comes down to blocking, interior, scoring in the paint. I made it legitimately as realistic as possible, so you guys, once again, do not fret, do not fear, do not bother, do not worry. Now let's put up the game speed. How you guys want to put up the game speed in NBA 2K, by the way. This, they said, is going to be 10% faster. So right now we're at 50. Right now we are currently at 50. This is 10%. So the gameplay that we're going to have is 10% faster. That's at 60. Now it's going to be tweaked throughout the year, so hopefully we can get like 65. I believe is the best game speed, and really is going to make everything really feel fast. But being up by 10 points, you won't feel no difference. I promise you. If you play now on 65 game speed, you will understand the level of feeling the difference and going through the motions, etc. and so forth, and just that alone. So that's how you put up your game speed on NBA 2K. All right, next. You got to create a roster to be able to put your creative player on and be able to, once again, simulate what you will be going through. Me personally, using an official NBA roster, right? And all I'm going to do, oh shit, hold on. All I'm going to do is take my custom player, copy. All right, you want to take my jersey, bitch? Boom. Now the player has been copied over to the Philadelphia 76ers. All right, now we're going through a full-on play test of what everything needs to be, how it should be, how it's going to be, etc. and so forth. All right, save your roster, boom, save and share, blah 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 blah. Put that right there. Spam that up a few times. Cool, we're almost done, chat. We are almost done. Let it save, let it load, let it do what it does. Gotta put your player in the starting lineup. You have to. So now my player is a reserve with 0 fucking minutes. As you guys see, now I'm gonna just put him in the starting lineup over this power forward here. Swap their minutes out, take some of the other bums out and everything like that. These are reserves, people with no PT. And then we're gonna just make everything an even number for everybody so I can get the most amount of minutes. And then Joel Embiid, Jesus fucking Christ, am I right about that? I'm gonna get the most amount of minutes at the quote unquote shooting guard position. And you know, we're just gonna make everybody's numbers just even all across the board. So everybody has something's off. There we go. Something's off. now things have been saved properly. Things have been done properly. Now you guys, we're almost there. Now you go back to your play now. Now you go back to your quick play, and these are all with the settings that you have on. Load your roster up, use your roster. All right, R1 some more, boom, be able to play. Now I see my customized player in the starting lineup of this game. That's how you guys know it works. Boom, start the game. Should be nothing hard, nothing crazy, nothing stupid. Boom, get the game over with. Doesn't matter, nothing matters. You see my player on the court, bro. He's in the cutscenes. So that means he's going to be on some scoring stuff. You see me breaking ankles as a 2 guard. So they do things like this, blah, blah, blah. Skippity skip with the wop, with the whoop. You guys can't hear no gameplay because my audio's tweaking. Boom. Now it's up a little bit. This is exactly what you're going to be going through. This is the simulation of the game you're going to be playing. This is 60 game speed. Does it feel faster? You wouldn't be able to know until you feel it, but you feel me? It's a lot. It's a lot going into it. It's a lot going into it. It's not so much to where you guys are lost. It's not so much to where you guys are. You can all test this. You can all test your tall builds out and test your tall players out and be able to put yourself in the game at 60 game speed. And then also in the game as well, you can take off motion blur, because who the fuck has that shit on? And this is raw. You can put it on Hall of Fame difficulty, so you can really get a full simulation of the things you're trying to do, what you want to accomplish, playing on high risk, high reward when it comes down to jump shooting, work with the AI and stuff like that. Everything. This is everything that you guys would need to do in order to really just be prepped for the same game. That's what it is, though. It's no if ands. You can run with the player at 40 speed. They're saying they can say this game is faster, but as you guys are seeing right here and right now, do it really seem faster? This is what we will be playing at. This is the speed we'll be playing at, by the way, chat. Right. This online mode is going to be different. Green or miss, you already know. You're probably dealing with an 80 midi. 60 speed, 65 speed on this build, by the way. So this is at most 65 speed. If you don't know what you're doing, pushing down the court or something like this, no strength, no anything, just do you understand what I mean? So you can be tall, semi-max wing, it don't matter. Like I said, once again, these are the attributes of the player that we've created for this test. 7'4", 200 pounds. If 2K even lets you go to 200 pounds, we made our badges as realistic as possible. We made we made these as realistic as possible, because I shoot greens all around the court. Made our ratings as realistic as possible to what 2K would more than likely do. You're not going to be able to have a high-ass mid-range and a high-ass three-pointer. They're just not allowing it. All right, the hook and the post fade and all that other stuff, all those animations and things tie in together. But simply put, the speed with ball at most 2K on a 7'4" build, you're probably not going to get no more than a 40, but a 60 if you can. Doubt it. Everything. This is everything. Interior defense, perimeter defense low, steal low, block high, offensive and defensive rebounding high, help defense. Like, simulate yourself at these speeds. And this is like giving 2K grace if 2K is going to give a 7'4", 65 speed and 60 agility, obviously with no strength, obviously with a little bit of vertical and stuff like that, and stamina and all these intangibles and stuff like that. But simulate yourself. That's it. Simulate it yourself. It's not going to be the craziest experience. It's the same game. It's all the same. I trying to drive that home. Literally, it's the same. You guys are feeling crazy about a 7-foot outside, little tiny Shrek arms, and an inside. I promise you, it's not going to be as bad as you think. If you made it this far in the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new. I'm going to finish off this My Career or this Play Now or whatever, the quick play game, and I'll get up with y'all in the next one.